Morning. How we doing? It's a lovely day here. Well, the sun's shining gloriously. It's 11 degrees apparently, but it feels warmer than that. How's it going? Let's have a look at the castle. Well, it's in the corner of the screen. Being without you, making words in my head aching, still chasing dreams that you made for me. No one should be singing at 9 o'clock in the morning without any tea or coffee. Lubricating the old vocal cords. How are we doing? Anybody gonna say good morning? Still the night, colder and distant. I've got coffee and it's so good. It's a really nice one. See who was wrong and who's to blame. I don't know if you can see that castle properly. It's kind of hidden behind the trees. Oh, the sadness. Over here, hang on. Where are you? Let's find it. I can't zoom. I can't just pinch the screen and zoom. That's Edinburgh Castle. Hiding behind the blossom tree. Is no one going to say hello and good morning? What's going on? What you're doing with your day? I think the previous view was better, eh? Everything's swirling on the inside. Anything to numb the pain you hide. I can't seem to calm my nerves. Moods don't swing, they only swirl. Hiya Pons. Hiya Anthony. How's it going? Do you not like the view here? You know this is my usual spot. I wish I'd got 2 of these coffees. It's such a good one. I'm really enjoying it. One's not going to be enough. In my bed, if you only knew what you'd do when to me, would you stop? Or would you just carry on? Oh yeah. How'd you feel after that? Any side effects? Michelle Pfizer, that's funny. That's good. I'm glad. Nearly done with this coffee and that's annoying. And I bought it away down at the other end of the street. Like I'm not going to this little local cafe after the last time you told me to stand outside. I'm like, okay. Well, I wouldn't recommend it. You can still pass it to other people. You still got to look after yourself. You don't want to be a super spreader. You know? Remember when back in the day a super spreader meant that you were getting laid a lot and that you could spread your legs? Well, now it means an entirely different thing. This is, yeah, it's the top end of the meadows. It's Brunsfield Links once. You know, the top part where the sort of golf bit is, and then you cross over into the actual meadows. Hi, Hester. How's it going? Hearts are heavy. Seas will rise to reclaim the land. Ooh, there's a truck in the meadows. They must be emptying the bins or something. I'm alright, doll. I'm not bad. Same old, ticking along. You know how it is. You know how it is. I wanted to have a wee chat with you and Paul, actually. I was thinking of bringing back Perry Blind Date on Haps, and I thought you guys might like to cam up and tell your story. I just don't know when. I keep talking about bringing it back and then never quite get around to doing it, but some Sunday evening sometime, if you're up for it. Tell everybody your lovely loved up story. Seas will rise to reclaim the land. Oh my god, really? When did she turn 1? Fuck, that's gone in fast. That'll be right enough, because it's... Jeez, oh. Holy happy first birthday. God, that's went quick.
Holy rivers, we run like tears through the flood of holy rivers, we run like tears through the flood of holy rivers.
It's funny, I found a load of photos, not a load, 2 or 3 photos of us. Do you remember we met up in a pub in the Grass Market and I'd sent photos to Juice of us together in the pub? I just came across them the other day on the computer when I was like wading through a load of files. Doesn't seem like that long ago.
Holy river.
Did I? They must have done something to warrant it. You know how it is. It's not like me. I vaguely remember that. Did she not ask me for help to like lift glasses down from a high shelf and then proceed to serve about 10 people in front of me when I was in front of them in the queue? I vaguely remember that. I don't think it was so much as having a go at somebody as saying, excuse me, I'm not standing here for the good of my health. I would like to be served at some point. Hi Grant, how are you doing?
Long time to be alive.
I'm enjoying this coffee. I've got about a centimetre left in the bottom, I'm nursing it. It's lovely today, it's a lovely day today. It says it's only 11 degrees, but it feels warmer than that. The sun's shining gloriously. I'll show you the castle, hiding behind this blossom tree. If I can manage to zoom. It's weird zooming in on this one because the periscope, you just pinched the screen and zoomed in. With this, you need to find a wee toggle at the bottom. There we go. Edinburgh Castle kind of hiding behind that tree. Plinky, 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 plonk. Plinky, 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 plonk. Hello, India. How are we doing today? I hope you're well. Yeah, you can join the video. Do you want to call in? Well, I need to invite you, so if you want to come in, I'll need to invite you in.
I've been living in fear of mediocrity surrounding me. I've been living in fear of disappearing, no one hearing me.
You should have got a little notification. You'll need to go into your... Either it'll come up in your notifications, or if you're on the phone, you might need to go out and hit go live as if you're going to start a broadcast, and then my broadcast will be listed. You'll need to click on that and then come into it. Yeah, but how do you define cold, Grant? Because I know when I'm talking to my friends in Australia, they think 22 degrees or 23 degrees is cold. And I'm like, man the fuck up. Hi Jack, how you doing? How's it going? I finished that coffee and I want another one. It just froze. Oh, that's odd. Mind you, Haps is a bit temperamental sometimes. Are you on a phone or are you on a computer? What are you using? Got to bear in mind my connection's a 4G connection, and it's my connection that sustains the broadcast, so maybe it's not strong enough here. Although it says it's a great signal. The phone, yeah, mine does that. When I go into someone's calling on the phone, it repeatedly kicks me out. After about 5 minutes, the phone heats up, and then it starts freeze. When the phone gets over hot, it starts to freeze up and switch itself off. Yeah, try again. The notification stays there; it doesn't disappear. So. I was yawning and that guy in that van was staring into my face and I'm yawning. I think you've never seen a fat lass yawn before. Does it feel cold? Yeah. Well, it feels warm here, but I think that's because the sun's out. I'm sure it'll be colder in the shade. Bloody hell, I need to stop yawning. The whole point in having a coffee was to wake myself up a bit. Does it seem like it's working? This is content, eh? Sitting watching people wander about the street whilst I tap out a rhythm on my steering wheel. I should have taken a leaf out of Sid's book and called it low quality content. It's true, Jack. That's true. I do feel tired. And I slept last night. Well, I got about 4 or 5 hours. I can't open messages whilst I'm live. Someone's sending me messages, but I can't open them. Is Hester still having difficulty getting in? If you just press the go live button as if you're going to start a broadcast, and then my broadcast should be listed, and then click on it. I don't know if you heard that. If you hit your go live button, and as if you're going to go live yourself, and then my broadcast should be listed. Is Big Brother still a thing? I've not seen Big Brother for years. I haven't heard that trick. What trick? I'm really sorry, Jack. I'm maybe being a bit slow. I don't follow. Is this traffic warden going to say something to me or what? No. Because she's on the phone, because she's on her mobile phone, I have sent her an invite, right? So my broadcast will be listed in her list of lives, on her list of broadcasts, because she's been invited onto mine. Ooh, hello. Hang on. Oh, wait a minute now.
Hi.
Hang on a minute here. I'm on mobile and I can't see you. Ooh, that's weird. So I don't know what other people see. Ooh, I haven't had a guest on a mobile before. What do you guys see? Do you guys see Hester? You see her. Excellent.
Hi.
Maybe I should turn this round and look at you, even though I can't see you. Oh my goodness!
Look, who's it?
When I click on your screen, I don't see anything, so I just see a tiny, teeny, weeny, like centimeter squared image of her.
Yeah, I do. That's what I see of you. Evie, what
Oh,
are you doing? She's trying to go head first off the sofa.
oh goodness! Just get her a crash helmet. Get her a bike helmet. She'll be fine.
This is the periscope, baby. Wave.
Hello. Hello. She's like, who is this mad woman waving at me? What's up? Yeah, no, when I click on it, Grant, I just get a black screen. I get nothing. I've tried that.
Oh.
Anyway, how's it going?
It's alright. It's just been crazy. We were up in Edinburgh the other week. As like an early anniversary present. We stayed in a hotel and.
Did you hear that?
No.
I said, how's it going? How's life treating you? And my Apple Watch said, not too shabby, thanks for asking. What the fuck? Okay, that's creepy in the extreme. Did you hear that?
That's Apple spying on you.
That was weird. I'm like, what? Scared the bejesus out of me. It froze broadcasted it. Bloody phone. Bloody watch.
Oh, it might have been me. If I go near the kitchen, it crashes my internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? Hiya.
No, wave, not flap. Wave.
It's getting big. My goodness, I can't believe how quickly that's flown in. It's amazing, Hester. So how are your plans for the wedding and stuff? Obviously things are all kind of up in the air with COVID.
We hired a wedding planner. We've picked out a venue. It's very expensive, but we're having a look around for anywhere else. And we're just waiting for the venues to get back to us, really.
Yeah, I think at the moment
it's really first.
I think it's really restrictive at the moment, isn't it? It'd be as well wait until everything's kind of more opened up.
We're aiming for middle of next year.
Yeah, that should be hopefully.
We were aiming for March, but it's budget-wise, it's not sensible. So
yeah. One thing to remember, Hester, if I can give any advice at all, is it's more about the people around you rather than the actual, like, it's really easy to get bogged up in details, like in decorations and, chair covers, and, you start to get wrapped up in the mindset of, everything has to be perfect, everything has to be, matching, and it is a lot of expense, and actually people won't even really notice on the day,
Aye. Well, we were just going to go with the town hall.
Yeah.
But Paul was like, oh, we only get married once. Unless you really do ours, obviously. So we kind of want it to be special, but we don't want to go.
Yeah, but it can be special without stressing out over like all the tiny little details that they suck you into. Because that's what happens. It's like, and the worst thing I ever did was join a wedding forum with a load of other brides.
Yeah.
Because it was like they started talking about things that I hadn't even thought about. Like I say, like covers for chairs and ribbons and like and how much it costs and flowers for this and flowers for that, and you're like, this is ridiculous. Like,
aye,
it's a big business, but it's
things
exciting.
Like the name plates and stuff for the tables and that, and who's going to sit where, and it was just we'll just let people decide where they want to sit, like.
Yeah, you'll want you want the top table to be the top table, like you want that to be your immediate, but everybody else can just sort themselves, I suppose. But no, it's exciting. It's exciting.
Paul's sister's getting married in September, so
really,
we've got bridesmaids dresses for Evie to pick out, and one of Paul's sisters getting married, and the other one's pregnant.
Oh wow, so I'll go.
You'll know. I don't know if you'll know Mandy or not, but
No, I don't know any Paul's family.
no.
They grew up too fast. I blinked at our eldest daughter's now 31. I know it flies in. I don't know where the last 10 years have gone, Grant. I've lost 10 years, maybe more. My eldest one's 17. I don't know what happened. I've lost like 15
I was looking
years.
back at my Facebook memories and seeing her like tiny in a cot, and she was just too small for anything, and now she just won't sit still.
Yeah,
Trying
no,
to
it's
launch
amazing.
herself head first off the sofa.
It's amazing how quickly they grow up. It's scary.
If it wasn't for Periscope, I wouldn't have this.
I know, it's true. I'm not taking the blame.
This is your fault.
I'm not taking responsibility. I didn't make you, you know. I didn't make it. I didn't make that happen. I didn't make you do it. I didn't force you.
You locked us in a bedroom.
I locked you in the bedroom and left you to it. Yeah. And said, procreate now. That's funny. Yeah, I'm thinking of bringing it back, Hester.
Yeah. But what would you call it? Because surely it wouldn't be called.
I was still going to call it Perry Blind Date, just as a hark back to the fact that it was originally from Periscope.
Ah, yeah.
Just to keep the hashtag, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe Haps dating.
Alright. Hashtag what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
We'll see. But I just think it could. I think it could be fun on here because you can actually reveal people's faces and stuff. It's just working out the logistics of it. I keep talking about it and never getting round to being in the right frame of mind to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to have the audience and the right time, but everyone's going back to work now, so not a lot of people are online anymore.
That's right. You know, you saw that as well, though. It's the kind of thing, you know what it's like? It's like you've got to be in you've got to be in the right mindset. Like, remember how nervous you were when you called in?
Yeah.
You've got to be able to put people at their ease when they're feeling like that, you know? And you've got to be in the right mindset to do that, otherwise it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, with Periscope, you had the option of picking between camera and microphone. I'm not sure. Mine just automatically came up on here. So I'm not sure if you got the choice to pick between camera or mic on here.
You can switch your camera off, which is what we would need to get people to do. So we need to get people to join without the camera on and then switch it on at the reveal stage.
Yeah.
If I'm doing it from a desktop, I can keep them off the screen anyway. It means that they can see each other in the green room, but they would be asked to switch their cameras off when they came in.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've downloaded and deleted apps that many times.
Really?
I turned the notifications off, but they still keep coming up at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I've turned them on silent, and they still vibrate my phone. So it's just like.
Have you contacted the Haps team to tell them that? Maybe there's something wrong with it. I would fill out the form and tell them.
App. Like I'll download it on my iPad, but I won't have it on my phone.
Yeah, makes sense.
No.
You've had your first COVID case for 74 days. Really? Grant, I've forgotten which part of Australia you're in. I always do this. I always forget. Which part? I know that Perth had a 3-day lockdown recently.
Jeez.
Even though there were no cases at all, but you know, something to do with somebody catching it in quarantine. You know how they did the 14-day quarantine thing in the hotel? Apparently there was a mini outbreak in the hotel and they ended up going into a 3-day lockdown.
Oh jeez. Evie stopped it.
But I can't remember where Grant is. I'm terrible at remembering.
Oh, when we went to the hotel in Edinburgh, there was a swimming pool and a jacuzzi, and 2 people were in the pool, and they were like, "Oh no, we've got time slots," and we're like, "No, the front desk didn't tell us that."
No.
Right. So we were just kind of sharing a pool, and they were like, "No, the jacuzzi's not open." We asked the front desk, they opened the jacuzzi. But apart from that, there was like no safety precautions.
Yeah, nah.
Surely you wouldn't allow people to swim in the same waters. So like,
Nah, it's supposed to be this. The pools and things are supposed to be closed.
Yeah. But they didn't tell us the time slots or anything like that. They just said, "Oh, let us know 5 minutes before." I'm like, all right, okay, we're going down now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but over there, Hester, they literally take you to a hotel when you land off the plane.
Yeah.
And keep you there for 14 days. You're not supposed to leave your room.
All right.
They're really strict. You're not supposed to leave your room. You're in a quarantine in your room. They bring food to your door. Like, you're not supposed to leave the room for 14 days. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's something to do with air conditioner or what, there was an outbreak at this hotel. I think it was which hotel was it in Perth? Mercure. I think it was the Mercure Hotel in Perth. I might be wrong about the name of the hotel, actually. But they ended up locking the city down for 3 days.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right, Grant.
What? You can't always be on camera.
Aww. That's cute.
I was watching a film. Stop it. I was watching a film on the TV the other day, and it had in the film it was them video calling each other, and it was catfish, and they have to video call each other now. So I paused it on the video call, and obviously Evie, the only way Evie's seen her family is through video call. So she was looking at the TV, like waving at the TV.
Aww.
There was a family on the TV.
Aww.
I'm like, no, it's just a program, but she's there like, why aren't they waving back?
That is so cute.
But it's just a sign of a pandemic, maybe, isn't
That's
it?
a shame, eh? She's not actually had normal interaction with her family. That's
No.
sad, actually. You don't even think about that, do you? You don't even think about
like
that,
2-3 times.
sign of the times. Listen to her blethering away. She's telling you a big long story.
She's doing it this morning. Paul was shouting Robbie to get dressed, like, Rob, Rob. Evie's in the bedroom going, Rob, Rob.
Aww. That's cute.
Can't wait for everything to go back to normal.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know when that'll be.
We went to Weatherspoons yesterday, and she was walking back to the table from the toilet, and she fell on the floor, and the waiter as they were walking past, like, kind of put her arms out to catch her, but then there was sort of some hesitation, like, do I touch her? Do I not touch her?
Yeah.
Like, and she was like, oh, she's so cute, but like, what do I do?
Yeah, it's a weird thing, eh? When you're everything's just different. How it should be. It should be an automatic reaction.
Yeah.
But then obviously this whole sort of,
like, you don't want to let a baby drop to the floor, but at the same time,
you don't want to touch her with your germy hands.
Yeah. What? What? No. Stop it.
What is it she's after? She's obviously after something.
She's after Robbie.
Oh.
Bob, 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 bob.
And how are they getting on? Because obviously he's a big brother now. How's that panning out?
He absolutely adores her.
That's cute.
Like, Paul takes her to school, and I pick him up. And he's like, "Are you picking me up? Are you picking me up with Evie?" And he pushes the pram everywhere, and yeah,
that's cute.
Right, he loves going to the park with her because she can walk around now and go in the swings and the roundabouts and that. She's a bit more interactive. So
yeah, when she gets to kind of 3, 4, 5, that'll be more fun. They can actually play at that point, you know.
Yeah, they can play now. She plays pass, and she chases him and stuff like that. But it's just hard because other than Paul's best friend, who's also got a baby, she's never had interactions with babies.
Thanks for coming in, Grant.
Oh, see you later, Grant. I hope I'm not boring anyone and like sending you.
No, we're just having a catch up. I've not spoken to you for ages, so it's nice.
But apart from people at the park, which you can't really go near.
That's right, and no nursery or anything either. No playgroups, no mother, none of the normal stuff that you would normally, be involved in.
Wow. Are you having a tantrum?
Talk to me, Mum. She's not got your undivided attention. That's what it is.
You'll recognise this photo.
I can't see a bloody thing. Oh, is that the one we took at
Yeah,
Castle
that's
Terrace?
Edinburgh Castle in the background.
I can barely see it because it's so small, but I remember taking it. It was a good day.
I know.
It was a good day.
And then, this is how small she was.
So what weight was she? You told me before, Hester, but I've completely forgotten.
5, 6.5.
Oh, that's tiny, eh? Tiny.
I don't know what she weighs now because she hasn't been seen since September.
No. It's best to not to, though.
Aye.
Yeah.
Stop it. Oi.
She'll just be so used to having your undivided attention all the time. It's like things have changed.
Yeah.
It's video call now. When I had kids, it was whenever you were on the phone or whenever you were in the toilet, that's when they wanted attention.
She don't want it.
Now it's like if you're on video, she watch. You know, it's just changed. The technology's changed, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't. She doesn't have your undivided attention, so she wants it.
I video call Paul's sister Emma most days. And obviously Evie's got used to me hearing, oh, it's Auntie Emma. Stop it.
Oh.
So when Emma answered the phone, Evie went, Emma, like clear as day. I'm like, did you hear that?
Oh.
Sorry.
So she's picking up names and stuff.
Say hi, Paul. Hi. Look how happy he's got attention.
Hi, bye.
Put her in the bedroom.
He's a man on a mission.
He's cooking breakfast at the same time. I've got mine.
Oh, nice. That's the way to do it.
He's had quite a few days off.
That's good.
I've been having seizures and passing out and disassociation and stuff like that, and I've been told not to be left alone with the kids, so Paul's had to take some time off work.
Right, that's a worry.
Yeah, I've got waiting for an MRI appointment.
Hopefully not too long.
No, I know. It's just horrible not knowing.
Where will they do that? Have you got somewhere local, or will they send you up to Edinburgh for it?
I had an appointment back in January, which was based in Edinburgh, but it got cancelled. They rearranged twice and then just cancelled because it went into lockdown again.
I kept doing that with my mum. She had her cataracts removed, and you're supposed to obviously get that checked up, followed up after they've done the operation, and 2 years because they just kept delaying the follow-up.
Yeah.
Appointment. Awful.
But yeah, that's been. I collapsed in the kitchen last year, and nothing was really done about it. And then I've been having. What did they say? Non-epileptic seizures.
That's scary.
Yeah, I disassociated for 3 hours whilst on the school run.
I was going to say, if you had your blood pressure and all that checked, but that wouldn't like explain.
Yeah, I got to A&E. They did it all. But they said they've never seen anything like this before, so I don't know what's going on. But I can't remember any of it for 3 hours.
That's worrying.
Yeah.
You didn't hit your head or anything when you fell, no?
Quite a few times, yeah, but the paramedics just come, they do my stats, everything's back to normal.
Yeah, but they can't tell if you've damaged your brain, you know, that's why you need a scan.
I know. But they said, oh well, there's nothing to treat, so we can't take you to hospital, and if we do, they're just gonna do your stats are gonna come back normal.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna send you home. So you just
no, you need to get
it sounds, I'm just taking up a bed for someone that needs it more seriously.
I wonder how long it'll take you to get the MRI.
Alright. My doctor said if it takes longer than 2 weeks I should ring back. But
just keep an eye open for it.
I know. But it's just hard because I can't travel by myself, which means Paul will have to come with me, which means I'll have to find childcare. Possibly overnight if it means going up overnight. It's just horrible.
Paul doesn't drive, does he?
And obviously, I can drive, but I've been told that I'm not allowed to until all this.
I was going to say, does Paul drive?
No.
Didn't think so. So it'll mean train or bus up.
Yeah, we got the train up from Gala last time. But yeah, it's just rubbish because you have to take the whole day to go up.
Yeah.
And then the scan could take God knows how long, and you don't know
I
what's
think
going to happen.
the one good thing about this whole situation is they don't have you hanging around in waiting rooms. You know how you'd come up for a scan and you'd sit in that tiny wee claustrophobic room in the Royal Infirmary?
Yeah.
And sit there with a bunch of other people around you, not knowing how long it would take them to, because obviously they're always running late for appointments. Now they want you in and out the hospital as quickly as possible. They don't want you hanging around because of the whole COVID thing. So the good thing about the situation is they'll take you at your appointment time. And they won't have you fucking hanging around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one good thing.
Well, my friend went in for a blood test, and I stayed outside with Evie and her son. And she went in. She went to the desk. She went in the room. I was outside, but I could see her going through the corridor and that. Like, and it took 2 minutes, and she was back out again.
Told you. That's exactly it. They don't want you hanging around. They've done the same thing with my mum. My mum's got so many medical, issues. There are always hospital appointments, and it's the same thing. Normally they have you hanging around, and it's the whole fucking day. Now they're like in and out. They don't want you hanging around, which is it's good. Like that's how it always should have been, taking you on your actual appointment time.
Yeah.
Just shows you it can be done. Makes you wonder why
surgery.
Say again?
They won't even let you into the surgery unless it's your appointment time. You go up and you say, oh, look, I've got an appointment this time. They're like, oh, well, you've got another 10, 15 minutes, so can you wait outside? So there's like 5-10 people stood outside the surgery.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand it because they're not social distancing. They've not got masks on. I know they're outside, but it's within close proximity of the door.
Yep.
So what's the difference between that and sitting in a waiting room?
Yep.
So I just don't understand.
I don't either, but at least they're being more efficient with their times. They're not running over, which is how it always should have been.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder why it was always so inefficient, to start with.
Mm-hmm.
When they can take you on your appointment time,
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to slag off the NHS. The NHS have been a huge help.
Absolutely.
However, when I went into my appointment the other day, my doctor, whilst he was talking to me, he was scrolling through his phone. I'm not sure if that was to do with my appointment or not, but it wasn't really. It just seemed like he wasn't bothered. So
yeah, but there are people going into the profession for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, he is a good doctor. Like he told me that I was pregnant with Evie and that, and with Paul, and he was supportive, and but I just think they've got a bit what's the word, lackadaisical throughout COVID.
Yeah.
They're cutting.
No, they don't want to do any work. I mean, it's really, really difficult. They don't want to take you into, it's really difficult to get a doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
They don't want to, rather do it over the phone. They don't actually want to see patients. They'd rather talk to you over the phone. And to be fair, in some ways that's, I'm cool with that. But there are some things that you need to be seen for.
Yeah.
And they just don't want to have you in the...
It just makes me think that if he can pull out his phone during an appointment face to face, what's he doing when I'm on the phone to him?
Yeah.
Like, he could have his head on the desk or whatever, like, whilst listening to me. And
he could have his cock in his hand. He could be doing anything.
Giving me the bees and all sorts. I would like to think a doctor doesn't have his cock in his hand.
Oh, I just think I'm funny.
What?
Hi, Randy.
I am lurking. I felt strange. Have to comment. Oh, hi.
No, that's funny. You could be doing anything.
Oh God.
You've got to have a sense of humour about these things, Hester. Otherwise, you're doomed.
Definitely. Have you spoken to any of the other Periscope gang recently?
Not really. There are people around on here, but that I kind of wanted to make a clean break and didn't really want to have much to do with. you know, the arseholes that were originally on Periscope.
Australian boy. Which Australian boy? There was a few. Brody or Dion.
Haven't spoken to Dion for ages. I know that Brody's on here. Haven't spoken to someone here. I've avoided. Cheap Fame's here. I had to block Spikey because I told Spikey I was here, and he set up an account, and then the first thing he did was contact Cheap Fame. And Cheap Fame was hanging around, and so I had to block. I don't want anything to do with Cheap Fame.
Oh jeez.
There are other people who were on the periphery who had, you know, the witch's coven who had an issue with me in Juicebox.
Yeah.
You know, on there's a couple of them here. They've been blocked.
He shall not be named. The main guy that was causing you issues.
Oh, you mean Cheap Fame?
No. Oh Christ, what's his name? Ned.
Oh, he's here.
Paul was like, "That's the guy."
He's here. And I didn't know he was here until he commented on one of my posts. You know how you can put posts on your timeline?
Yeah.
And he commented on a post on my timeline. And we're like, oh fuck, okay. So it looks like they have all migrated over. I kind of wanted to be low key about being here.
Yeah.
But there's, you know, they've kind of migrated.
But it's kind of hard when you've got to link on social medias, isn't it? Because
say that
with
again.
one easy search, like you can find everyone's social medias and then everything's linked.
Yeah.
I can't hear you, Paul.
As long as they keep themselves to themselves and leave me the fuck alone, I'm good with that.
No. Paul shouting, "Oh, that horrible cretin."
I miss you guys, you know. We really need to, when things are normal, we need to have a catch up.
Yeah, we'll meet up.
Yeah.
If I do have my appointment in Edinburgh, then we could plan.
Well, let me know how that goes and when it is and stuff. Maybe we could grab a coffee or something. But don't be stressing about that. Like,
nearby.
Just focus about, you know, getting to the appointment and stuff.
I'm hoping that it'll be at the BGH because. What? Where's that? Oh, it'll be up at the Leicester, Paul said.
Be where, sorry?
It'll be up at the Leicester. The Leicester. The Leicester. The Wester? The Leicester?
Or the Western General.
Oh, I thought you said Leicester.
No, I think if it's an MRI, they'll either send you to the Royal Infirmary or potentially Lauriston Buildings, because there's X-ray facilities at Lauriston Buildings. You know where the dental hospital is?
Yeah.
There's like a facility in there for like ultrasounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, we walked past that.
It might be in there, but I think they'll send you to the Royal Infirmary. I don't think they'll send you to the Western. That's even further away for you guys.
Yeah, we walked past the dental place. There's a building on the same road with a zebra in the window.
Was there?
Yeah, not an actual zebra. It was obviously like a plastic.
An actual zebra. Yeah. You should admit that. You should take it some food next time and go and give it a pet. That's funny.
Jeez. All the schools are dead posh around there as well, I've noticed.
Well, the one along the road, across the road from there, on the main Lauriston Road, is the one that is the original Hogwarts. That's where J.K. Rowling's kids went.
Jesus.
What's it called? Heriot's. Heriot's is on that road, on the opposite side of the roads.
Yeah, all the boys were in shorts and knee-high socks.
It's proper posh.
Yeah. Jeez. All the girls are wearing like skirts that are longer than their knees and all sorts, and it's like
like how a proper school uniform's supposed to be. You mean, rather than something that's halfway up your arse crack.
Guilty. I'm
actually directly in that direction. I'm actually looking right over in that direction because I'm at the Meadows. So if I look straight over there, I can see the old Royal Infirmary. And the old Royal Infirmary is directly opposite that school building you're talking about. Like, I'm literally looking onto that area.
I was thinking going back to wedding talk, of when maybe after we get married and have the dress and the suits and everything, of recreating that photo that was taken
on Castle Terrace.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Because then we could have like a before and after.
That sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna go eat my breakfast anyway because my sausages.
Yeah, no, didn't let your sausage get cold. Nobody likes a cold sausage. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, jeez.
Thanks for popping in to speak to me, Hester.
It's all right. Have a good day.
Look after yourself and let me know how you get on.
Right. See you later.
Bye. I don't know if there's anybody still in the cheap seats. Shall we have another little look at the street? It's better than looking at my face. I feel like I want another coffee. We run like tears through the holy rivers. That CD must have come all the way around, full circle. Because I feel like we were just listening to this song. Is there anybody else still there? Or do I need to wrap up? We could go for a little drive around Edinburgh, but I'm not doing it if there's nobody there. Ooh, we run like tears through the flood. We scared them away. Oh, I don't have much to say anyway, but I'm not driving around the city showing people if there's nobody there. Let's go for a wee quick drive around the town. The only problem is I can't read comments when I'm doing that. So, if anybody has anything to say, you better say it now before I start driving. Tears through the flood of holy river. Holy river. Let's go for a wee drive. If there's anybody in the chat, Hester, are you sticking around in the chat? Could you just, if anybody talks, can you just remind them that I can't read their comments until I stop? Can someone take that on as a thing? Just to tell people I'm not being ignorant if they comment, and that I'll get to them when I stop. Excellent. Let's go have a wee look and see what's happening around town then. That's it, Hen. You wait till there's a car coming and then we'll confront it. For fuck's sake. Right, that camera angle's all wonky. Let's straighten that up a little bit. Boom, bada boom, boom, boom. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Good lordy. I'm not getting out of this junction anytime soon. I don't know if you're letting me go or what you're doing. Thanks, I think. Just passing the King's Theatre on the right hand side. So many things have closed down, I don't think they're ever going to be reopened again. It's such a shame. Got these stupid bollards everywhere that are like blocking half the road. It's ridiculous. No one hearing me. When we turn this corner, I'm going to tilt the camera up a bit so you can see the castle as we go around. In fact, that's the photo that we took that's the street we took the photo on, Hester. We're about to turn into. Don't give me room to breathe. Stay near you. I am falling apart. I am falling apart tonight. Just imprison me and shower me light. There's the Caledonian Hotel on the left hand side. Big red building. Like in a cold night. We ready for this view, folks? If there's anybody there, check this. Edinburgh Castle. I think I tilted the phone too high. We'll do a little round this roundabout to show you it properly. Ready for this? Here we go. Edinburgh Castle. I have been this shade too long. Disintegrate me, invigorate me. You said there's too many people heading down towards the Grass Market, which is normally famous for all its pubs. Of course, they've all been closed because of COVID, so I don't know how busy or thriving this is going to be at the moment. And they've blocked off Victoria Street, so I can't drive up there to show you. Maybe I should have went up that one. Sorry, I've got to see Mary Street. Up Blackfriars Street. It's hard to know which roads they've closed off, because they've closed a load of different roads off because of this whole COVID nonsense thing that they're trying to make supposed spaces for people, pedestrians, which means they've cut off loads of different streets. So I don't know which ones I'm allowed to go up and which ones I'm not allowed to go up and down.
I see you've moved on a little too fast for me to believe you've left the past behind. Just another boy with a bruised ego who could never let go of something he didn't know he had at the time. Isn't it always the same?
We're currently sitting on the Royal Mile, the high street in Edinburgh, which was the original city of Edinburgh. It's called the Royal Mile because the castle's at the top of it, the palace is at the bottom of it, and it's not quite a mile, but it's approximately a mile, so it's called the Royal Mile. From castle to palace.
See you've moved on a little too fast. You made it believe you've left the past behind. Just another boy, a bruised ego who could never let go. Something he didn't know he had at the time. Isn't it always the same? He had at the time. Isn't it always the same?
This big building to our left hand side is called the Tronkirk. That is often used as an Edinburgh Fringe venue, performing arts venue. And that building in front of us with the arty-farty turret thing, that's St Giles Cathedral. I'll try and drive past it from the top end. I'm going to try and sort of circumnavigate. I thought I could go up here and down Coburn Street, but it's blocked off as well. So we're going to take the scenic route. Oh my god. Asshole. Love moves faster than anything I know. Take me wherever you go. And love moves. Just about to pass the museum on the left hand side, and at the end of the street facing us is Greyfriars Bobby, famous little statue. Love moves faster than anything I know. Take me wherever you go. And love moves. Love moves faster than anything I know. Take me wherever you go. And love moves. These are all Edinburgh University buildings in front of us. The Informatic building, and then you've got the Teviot building, which looks like a castle, and then McEwen Hall on the corner, and the old medical school. Edinburgh is famous for its medical school. And a little bit of gruesome history for you. So the building to our left is the medical school, right? And then opposite that, further up where all that scaffolding is, that was the old Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh, the old hospital. And the cadavers, the bodies from the hospital would sort of be used by the medical school in the infancy of surgery and medical history. This pub on the corner is called Doctors because it's where all the doctors would go.
is gone. Daylight's creeping in. Oh, maybe it's time to go. These bloody bollards everywhere, man. They're such a hazard. And we're actually driving on the wrong side of the fucking road. Ridiculous. Building on the right hand side used to be the registry office people would get married in, but I think they've turned it into some kind of language school now. Oh, fucking cobbles. Oh. What's going on up here? Got scaffolding on the castle. Oh, they're not letting me drive up to the Esplanade, I don't think. Hiya. I was actually I'm live streaming, I just wanted to film the castle for a second and then burrow back round again. Is that okay for me just to drive up the Esplanade?
Wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, can I I'll have to come round anyway. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Enjoy yourself.
Did you catch that? You're not allowed to drive up the Esplanade anymore. Well, at least you got a glimpse of the castle. A glimpse of the castle, a glimpse of the castle, and a glimpse of a job's worth. Awesome. You wouldn't be able to do that. Ooh, doggy's going to get run over. Wow. They must be opening it back up again. Because for a while there, you were able to just drive up the Esplanade, and I think it's because Edinburgh Castle was closed as a tourist attraction. But he actually worked for Historic Scotland. So, I'm guessing... my back. I'm guessing that they must be reopening Edinburgh Castle again as a tourist attraction because... I don't know why they'd have all the bollards out. That's really, really weird. Like, you can't drive up the Esplanade. Can I help you? So obviously they're not expecting tourists. If they're not expecting, it's weird. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. You've got a glimpse of the castle. Briefly. This whole city's chaos at the moment. Edinburgh Council have got temporary roadworks everywhere. That's St Giles Cathedral on our right hand side. We've got temporary roadworks everywhere, and it's almost like between the bollards taking up half the street, you know, the actual permanent ones that they've concreted into the ground, and the temporary works, it feels like they want us to believe that the city's congested so that they can introduce this congestion charge that they've been talking about for ages. You know, it feels like that's the plan. Anyway, we're driving down the Royal Mile, or
part of it. And that's the Tron Kirk that we saw earlier. I'm turning down Coburn Street. All these bloody, like, decking areas built up. These things were never here before. But obviously because of the whole social distancing thing, they want people to drink outside, so they're building all these decked areas. This would normally be parking spaces for people. Empty-handed, you can walk away. Empty-handed. Catch your comments once I've stopped, guys. I can't read them while I'm driving. Why has this van stopped halfway across a junction? I thought I'd run, but I'm not free. You could try and help me. You could drown me gently. That's Edinburgh Castle in front of us again. Like directly in front of us. On its little volcanic hill. Tybo. I need to get fuel. It's telling me, the car's telling me, it's like screaming at me, put fuel in me now, bitch, you're running out. I'm not gonna lie, if people came here as a tourist right now, it would be a bit shit. There's construction everywhere. We're even driving down this mount. They're working on the museum, on the portrait gallery, on the galleries, not the portrait gallery, the national galleries. I apologise, we've got multiple galleries here. See all the way down the street, they've got it all like fenced off so you can't see anything. There's construction everywhere. They've got these stupid bollards taking up space. Now we're crossing over, we're on a thing called the Mound, and we're crossing over from the old town to the new town, or what's called the new town. The new town's actually Georgian, 1800s, when they first started to expand the city. Building to our right with the Doric columns is the National Gallery of Scotland. And over that hill you can see the Firth of Forth in the background. Well, you can't, well you would if there wasn't a big truck in the way. So you can see this, you can see that, no you can't, you can see the back end of a van. This is George Street, this is very posh. A big posh Georgian buildings along here. Happened to cause all the construction. Nothing happened. Edinburgh Council are ruining the fucking city, that's what happened. This is St Andrew's Square, and directly opposite us are a whole load of big banks. There is no substitute. directly in front of us is the Scott Monument. Not the Scots Monument, the Scott Monument. Sir Walter Scott's Monument. Okay, I'm not allowed to go here. I need to turn round. And that's Sir Walter Scott in the bottom of the monument. No feeling, tell me when you've had enough. I was allowed to go down there before and turn left and go up and over Waverley Bridge, but they've closed Waverley Bridge off, and obviously they're making that buses and taxis only, so I wasn't allowed to drive down there. I guess this car in front's looking for a parking space. Tell me when you've had enough. Bum, ba-dum, dum, diggy, dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, dum, diggy, dum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, dum, diggy, dum, bum. We'll just go back over Hanover Street again. I'll take you back up the mound. And maybe down the last part of the Royal Mile. Yeah, I hate people who don't use their indicators. It drives me mental. How else are you supposed to know what direction someone's moving in? All the way along George Street, you'll see them in the distance. At the junction of every sort of like street that goes up and over, there's a statue. I don't know who they're all over. We need to investigate that one day. Just look at all the statues and see who they all are. Because I'm not a big statue fiend. I don't know who any of the statues belong to. Maybe we could do that one day, take a walk along George Street and figure out who all the statues are. I like buildings, but I'm not big on statues. So we're just going back down the street we came up. So this is the National Galleries in front of us with these big columns. And we're going to go back up the mound again towards the castle. All of sadness. This is very frustrating for me because I feel like I can't actually show the city properly because they've got everything restricted as to where I can go. So well defined, but I cannot be without you. The building in front of us, directly in front of us with the copper dome, was originally the headquarters of the Bank of Scotland. It's now a museum, a money museum. I know what we'll do. We'll go down Market Street and up over. We'll go that way. That's what we'll do. Thoughts despite your insistence. Do we go back in time again? There's so much I need to do today. I feel like I'm like deliberately avoiding doing it. I've got shit to do. Procrastination. I cannot be without you, making walls in my head aching, still chasing dreams that you made for me. Passing Waverley Station on the left. I wish you could see the bridges that we're going under because they're gorgeous, but they're under construction. They're obviously fixing something. It's all scaffolding. As it's back on the Royal Mile again. Anything to numb the pain you hide. Still you'll have to pretend. And that building at the very bottom right in front of us is Holyrood Palace, which is the Queen's residence, official residence while she's in Scotland. I'll try and show you that a little bit better. I might see the other gate more clearly. Scottish Parliament building's on the right hand side. They're building a marquee for some reason in the ground, which is odd. Maybe somebody's going to have a garden party. You only knew what you're doing to me. And that's Arthur's seat right in front of us, that big volcanic rock. So this is the other gate of the palace in front of us. And the Scottish Parliament building in front of us. I need more coffee. We are still so small. Oh God, this is sore on my back. Holy river, tears through the flood of holy rivers. We run like tears through the flood of holy rivers. So it's passing the Pleasance, which again is all part of the university, Edinburgh University. I should clarify that we have more than one university here. We really need to fix the potholes. Hi Max, how you doing? How's it going? What one? We're just having a little drive around Edinburgh. I wasn't allowed to drive up the Castle Esplanade this time. I did that last time on Sid's broadcast. It was only like 2 weeks ago or something or less. So they've obviously put bollards up since then. Well, we're just going for a little drive around town to see what's happening because it keeps changing all the time. Because of this COVID thing, they keep closing roads off and, you know, restricting this, restricting that. I wanted to see where I was able to go. and where I wasn't. So we've just had a little quick drive around the city centre. I'm going to try and find a coffee because I'm caffeine depleted. And adventure, absolutely every day is an adventure, Max. You know how it is. We're just driving over towards the informatics building. Oh my goodness, all these cobbles. We're driving past the Three Sisters, which again is often used as a fringe venue. I need to read the comments when I stopped. I can't read anything when I'm shuggling all over the shop. Shuggling all over the shop. Shuggling. Yeah, there's lots of people around. I think they've just had enough. There was the slightest talk of opening things up, and suddenly everybody's just went off their heads. Right, I am going to go in here for a coffee, since it looks like it's open these days. I've been living here, surrounding me. I've been living fear, disappearing, no one hearing me. So I'm going to leave you guys running in the car for a minute while I nip in here. Just feast your eyes on the view. I can't take my phone to pay for it with my Apple Pay. I need a card. Silly me. I'll just take my purse. Right, I'll be right back, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh man. Is there anybody still there? Or have you all done a runner? I have no idea. I think I've been sitting in this car too long. I'm almost stiff and sore. Old age creeping in. Right, I need to wipe my hands. I have no idea if I've lost everyone. You've got your coffee? Excellent. See that pub on the right hand side? The red, with the red, like, it says Sophie's Soft Sides. Sophie's South Side, sorry. That was my fringe venue when I did my show. And it was really cool having that cafe like 3 doors up because they make a fucking awesome coffee. I did not get anything to eat. I have not eaten today. But I only really need coffee, so we're fine. Let's get this mask off my face. Get my shades back on so I can see when I'm driving. How's your morning so far? It's not a theatre, it's a pub. Obviously during the Edinburgh Fringe, pretty much anything that has a cupboard becomes a venue. So downstairs was the pub, and then the room above it was like a room above it with maybe, I think it was 45 seat capacity. It might have been 40 or 45 seats. It wasn't a big venue. But I wouldn't have been able to get any more than that in the door anyway. It was just me and my little Periscope show. So. Right, are we ready to drive? I think we might be ready to drive. Let's do this. When I'm driving, I'll not be reading comments, Max, but I'll read them when I stop, okay? I really wish they would sort the roads. Instead of digging up bits of the road and putting in concrete bollards to make them narrower, I wish they would just resurface everything. It's such a waste of money. Oh, has it? That's rubbish. There's nothing worse than having a dodgy back. It's the worst. Shower me in light. I've got things I need to do today, but I was kind of procrastinating over doing them. I was just driving along the meadows. Take me away. There's too many people dress up anyway. Take me away. I'll just park here for a minute. I'll drink my coffee. You can't really see the castle, it's behind these trees. If these trees were cut back, we would, or if it was winter time, we would see the castle. Here we go. Sounds reminiscent of Alison Moyet. I love this band, Empathy Taste. I think they're amazing. You've got to lay on the ground and stretch it out. Yeah, it's rubbish. I hate having a dodgy back. So, behind these trees here, the castle's hiding. No, it won't let me zoom in for some reason. Why won't it let me use the zoom toggle? That's really weird. Oh well, never mind. There we go. You can't see anything that's behind those trees. Never mind. Never mind. I actually need the loo. That's just great, isn't it? Sit still for a second and then suddenly I need to go pee. I'll turn it more that way we can see more of the greenery. This would be slightly better. Maybe. Oh, yeah. So what have you got planned for your day? Is it a busy day today? Yeah, the Zoom, what was happening with the Zoom was, you know when you scroll up you get your like home page where you can like, you get all your little icons, your torch and your screen record and all that kind of stuff. That kept coming up when I was trying to hit the Zoom button. Just a little bit annoying. I'm not sure if anybody else is here, Max, or if it's just you. Everybody's very quiet. Yeah, it's a regular work day. I've got things I need to do, but I'm just putting them off, but I need to go get them done, really. Like I say, I thought I would just show the city a little bit. I did this before a couple of weeks ago, but I was on Sid's broadcast, which meant that it obviously got deleted, so nobody was able to watch it back. And I wanted to check if I was still able to drive up to the Castle Esplanade, but they've got it all coned off now, so I've bollarded it off, so you can't actually do that. You've got a broadcast. Oh yeah, we were talking about that app. That's cool. That's cool. Thanks for coming into that broadcast yesterday and explaining things a little bit. I always find it really hard to grasp people who preach that they're spiritual but then their actions aren't congruent to their words. You know, there are some people on this app who are all about preaching about, you know, light and love and actually are really quite mean-spirited and not very kind people. You know what I'm saying? Chant, yeah. I think that's cool. Yep. I know. I've never seen you ever be unkind to anyone. You know? I think that's the thing, if people practice what they preach. But there are some people, it's just a script for them, you know, it's not actually words to live by. Absolutely, absolutely. But then just don't preach about, you know, other people needing to behave a certain way and then not behaving that way yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? I find it best to just not preach to anybody about anything and let them get on with their own thing. I'm trying not to be judgmental over other people, trying not to be judgy. But, you know, who am I? Who the fuck am I? I'm just, you know, a pessimistic Scot who calls things as they see them. Hypocrisy, that's the word. Can't be dealing with it. Cannot be dealing with it. Not just in terms of people who talk about the spiritual stuff, but just in life generally. I can't deal with people whose words and actions are incongruent to each other. It's something I really struggle with. Just say what you mean and mean what you say. Yeah, Elle got it. Quite a nice bunch of people actually on Nomsky's broadcast. Do what you say what you do. Yep, absolutely. I'm a firm believer in that. If I say I'm going to do something, I'll do it. If I say I'm going to try to do something, it means I'm going to try, but I'm not 100% sure if I can. But I don't say I'm going to do something if I'm not going to do it, you know? Can't be doing with people who are shit talkers. Yeah. We've had a couple of disagreements over things like Brexit and the Scottish independence stuff. But that's okay. It's okay to disagree with stuff, you know? It's okay to disagree with people. I don't think he's mean-spirited, you know? Oh, let's season up. I'd really love to go for a walk, but I need the loo. So I don't think that'd be a very good idea. Take me wherever you go. I think that's the thing, Max. People's actions speak louder than their words. I'm a firm believer in that as well. I wouldn't consider myself as spiritual or religious or, you know, having any particular set of belief system, but I believe in not being an arsehole and being kind to people, you know, and not being judgmental towards people. That's nothing to do with spirituality or religion, that's just to do with being a decent person. There are public toilets further up on the meadows, but I don't think anything's open because of COVID. They've had all the public toilets closed off because they don't want people using them, because they don't want people being out and about, you know? They're trying to discourage people from being outside, so they've had all the toilets closed. It's alright, I'll wait till I get home. I'm just thinking maybe buying coffee. Wasn't such a great idea. Oh, see this wee dog. I don't know if you can see him. He's like I think he's a wee red setter. He's like running in. Okay, now he's having a piss on the daffodils, but he was running in amongst the daffodils. Much cuteness. His wee waggy tail. Yeah. I just don't label myself as anything, Max. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was brought up Catholic, but I'm lapsed. I can't remember the last time I went to mass. You know what I mean? I wouldn't consider myself as being religious in any kind of way. But I do believe in, you know, not being an arsehole, basically. I understand. I completely understand. But I think that's okay to label yourself because you're very firm in your beliefs as well. You know, you're very strong within your belief system. Whereas I don't have any firm belief system. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have any from, you know, if I had to label myself, I wouldn't know how to. Does that make sense? I agree. I don't like labels. But sometimes it helps people understand where you're coming from. I would maybe label myself as non-arsehole. Anti-arsehole. That's what I would label myself. I would label myself as an anti-arsehole. Maybe we could make that a religion. The anti-arsehole religion. I do believe in kindness. That is correct. This is such a good cup of coffee. I'm really enjoying it. I should probably get some more red brick beans. They're so nice. I had a subscription to have them delivered like every month, or twice a month, but they were so expensive I had to cancel this subscription because it was just an expense I couldn't really justify. And I've just been buying like whatever beans happen to be on offer, either online or at the supermarket, but I'm kind of missing the red brick because they're so nice. And I think that's what that cafe uses, red brick beans. But I said that only one thing will heal everything, kindness. Yeah, I think there are times where it's just, I can't remember that there's something recently happened on a stream and someone had come on with some kind of issue. You know, they come into the call and talking nonsense or whatever. And then everyone started talking about them having mental illness and being this and being that and blah blah blah. And I'm like, well, okay, if that person genuinely has issues, then, you know, why mock them? Why not just let it go? And, you know, why are you, you know, piling on? Do you know what I mean? Like, it costs nothing to be kind. There, but for the grace of God, go I. You know, it can happen to anybody. I don't know if that person did have any kind of genuine mental illness issue, but that's what they were saying. So if that's what you believe and you believe that they're mentally ill, then why would you mock them for that, you know? People become emboldened when they're in a group. I've noticed that as well. Like a pack mentality, you know? Ego always recruits to make sure they stay right and stay separate from others. Let me read that again. The ego always recruits to make sure they stay right and stay separate from others. I don't quite follow what that means, Max. I'm maybe just being incredibly slow this morning. Ego always recruits to make sure they stay right and stay separate. Yeah, got you. I just feel it's like a pack mentality. And I'm not cool with that. I've never been cool with that. Maybe being bullied relentlessly for years at school has made me very, very anti that, you know? I've nearly finished that cup of coffee already. It's a good one. Plink plonk. Right, need to charge my watch. Yep, you're right, I understand now. Sorry, you know when you read something and you can't quite process it? I'm having one of those mornings. This is only my second cup of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just not caffeinated enough for it to sink in. But I understand what you're saying. I've noticed there are quite a few cliques forming on this app. I don't like it one little bit. I don't like the mean girls. I don't like the fucking, you know, like, I don't like it. It's like being at school. You can walk away empty-handed. You can walk away empty-handed. Yep. Yeah, it's not nice. Don't like it. Well, that's me finished my coffee. I enjoyed that. It was good. I need to go get fuel. It's telling me that I'm completely empty. Normally it says, you know, X amount of miles until empty. Now it's saying like it's not even giving me a figure. It's like empty. So we must be running on fumes. I like to live dangerously, you know. I've had a huge amount of followers. You do have a large following though, Max. What is this shit of not having huge followers? The people who have huge numbers of followers have mostly fucking paid for them. Do you know what I mean? It's not a genuine. You can tell when somebody has. Organically growing a legit, genuine following, and when somebody has gone out and bought followers, and you can tell by the engagement, right? When you look at somebody's YouTube channel and they've got 13 times the number of followers you've got, but you know, when they've got like 100 and something times the followers you've got, but they've only got 13 times the views, you know that they're mostly bots. Do you know what I'm saying? You can tell by the percentage of engagement. It's not fucking difficult to work it out. This phone's went all wonky again. I need to fix the holder. Ooh, what's going on there? It's a winky wonky. It's a wonky donkey. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. I'm just waiting for everybody to finish their manoeuvres. Right, and now we have returned to where we first started. This is where we started the broadcast. Not compared to drama people like drama. Yeah, well, fuck those people. Can't be bothered with it. I know that sometimes I'll say something and it becomes drama, but it's not intended to be. It's just me calling out other people on their shit. If people want to make that dramatic, that's on them. Listen, Max, I'm needing the loo, so I'm going to end this broadcast so I can scoot home. And thank you so much for popping in. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Enjoy your coffee. I hope your back starts to feel better. Just take it easy. Look after yourself. Sometimes when you're busy looking after other people and sorting out other people's, you know, things, it's easy to neglect yourself. So look after yourself. And if anybody else is listening, have an absolutely fantastic day or night or evening or whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm going to bounce. I'll leave the replay up so that if anybody wants to see parts of Edinburgh and me effing and blinding at the the potholes in the road, then feel free. See you later, pal. Have a good